Hey there guys, it's Brother Dustin here. I had a Rapture dream last night, and I want to go ahead and make this video and talk about what was going on in the dream. I had two dreams. They was short and they was back to back, and the first dream started out that I was on an area that was near my house. It's a road called Halls Mill Road, and I was on the side of a warehouse, but the sand was beach sand. It wasn't like the dirt here in Alabama. It was beach sand. And I was there assembled with some people. And when I mean assembled, I was right here, and then over there was two people, and then over there was two or three people, and then there was two people over here. You know, everybody was sort of like spread out. And this man come out and said that Jesus was going to come around and he was going to heal people. But when this Jesus come out, you could tell that it wasn't a real Jesus. It wasn't the real Yeshua. It was a fake Jesus. And he had on his tallit. Well, he was putting on his tallit, but after he put it on, it ripped. And you're not supposed to wear a ripped tallit, and you're not supposed to pray in it if the tzitz are damaged, if they're dirty. So he's walking around and he's healing people. And this guy's next to me, and we're talking about how, you know, I can't remember if we're talking about how we know he's fake or what, but, you know, in the dream I knew that he was fake, and that the man going around with him was a representation of the false prophet. I mean, that was obvious. You know, I don't know what this dream meant. You know, I just had to keep praying for it for the interpretation. So then that scene changed, and then the next thing I know, I'm in a hotel, and I'm staring at a wall, and I'm warned not to fall asleep, not to let my oil run out of my lamp. And, you know, in the dream, Matthew 25 instantly come to my head. Okay, and then it warned me, do not fall asleep. Alright, and then I walked in this room and there was a note. And on the note, it was, I couldn't tell you what was written on it, but I said to myself, to warn the Christians that they had missed the rapture, and then I woke up. In the first dream, I'm going to point out that there was a fake Jesus. He was wearing a tallit, but the tallit was ripped. And that the whole dream was a warehouse on sand. And we're told not to build our foundation on sand, but to build it on a rock. The second thing that I want to point out is in the second dream, well, actually I want to point out about the second dream, is that not to let your oil run out, not to be like the 5 unwise virgins. And I don't know what it had to do with the hotel, and here's the ironic part. The ironic part was that I knew that I was in a Homewood Suites. Don't ask me why, but that's just how the dream went. I do believe that this was a dream from God, warning about the events that's coming on the world. We just had Hurricane Sandy a couple of days ago now that made landfall in New York and has just led catastrophic damage. And I was seeing, I was observing a news article about how on Twitter that there are looters that are bragging about stuff they stole, and that they're saying very vulgar things over Twitter. So we need to keep these people in our prayers, the people that's getting looted and the people that's doing the looted, that has, you know, that has this just this view on people in general that God will touch them. I want to make this video to talk about this dream. I was sitting up last week watching people about dreams pertaining to the rapture, and I thought to myself, wow, you know, that's you know, I wish the Lord would give me a rapture dream, and now I have one. But also in the dream, it was a warning towards me not to sin, not to fall into sin. And it's very hard not to sin, and you literally have to have the blood of Yeshua to overcome sin. You have to ask Jesus to help you overcome many things. So with that said, I guess I'm going to end this video right here. If you would like to be saved by Jesus, bow down to Him, admit that you're a sinner, put all of your worries on Jesus, ask Him to come into your heart and live and believe and build up your faith. And He really will come into your life. He'll change you. He will help you overcome cigarettes. He'll help you overcome sexual sins, drinking, nothing. Our God is awesome. I want everybody to experience Him and feel His presence, and there's nothing too big for our Lord. So if you want to get saved, or if you feel a conviction after watching any of my videos, any Christian video, bow down, put everything on Jesus, every single heart, and ask Him to come into your life and live and change you. With that said, God bless y'all.